All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the champions from the NFC, the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis, beyond thrilled to be bringing you the Super Bowl, all the pomp, all the circumstance, all the pageantry. It doesn't get any better than this, partner.
I'm loving sharing this booth with you, sharing this moment, this type of a game. For all the teachers who said we'd never make it, we're here.
And we talk these last couple weeks about the buildup, the anticipation. I think these guys are just ready to get out there and get this thing started.
And I know that both coaching staffs have spent a considerable time trying to figure out how to best bring their team up to a peak without taking them over the edge and causing a lot of issues early in the game.
And you don't think much of a pregame speech is needed for this one?
I think the pregame speeches were the shortest all year. If they didn't just say, let's go get them, guys, they probably talked too much.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Newton. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Look at it. Gun. Even. 4 down. Even. Check back corner. Here we go.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Ready? 8. Ready, 8.
From the red zone now, Newton. And Stills bringing it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Check 31, check 31.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On second down, here's Fournette. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. From the gun, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Cam Newton. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Dead in the box.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. The 40. He's at the 30. And he'll be taken down inside Carolina's 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Get in the right wheel. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist.
Now Leonard Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a first and 10. McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That second down play, that's a -4.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And his kick is indeed good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Oxford on the strip fumbles. Yay, ... he got
The
to
Raven
bounce back
offense
though.
set at the line for this next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Echo. 59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Go on, D.
Jackson from the shotgun. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brian Burns able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I was down 2-1-3 to you at the half and caught up. This is light work.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Same blitz.
Jackson steps away to his left. He's got his man. It's Andrews. A gain there of 21 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a give, right side. Red. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You don't want this. Check 43.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
On the ready. Check, 59. It's coming this way. Here we go. Check 52. Say it.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Check pass.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long.
He's coming. We got double up. Go. 36. Mike 5'9. All day.
Jackson. That is caught at the 7. His 1st catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
Complete to Hayden Hurst. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Now it's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time. But now it's third and goal.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
Check, 59. Let's go.
Third and goal, Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Eric Reed, the former LSU Tiger, making the play on the defensive side. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Out of the gun, Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, twisting away. And that's complete to McCaffrey. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. From the gun, Newton, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. From the gun, it's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Jackson throwing once more. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. You got 3. 3 down.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. So these two teams will head to the locker room as we hit halftime in Super Bowl 56. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 72 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
There you go. Now get some defense.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Get out that dime, he killing it.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 15 there. The Panthers have a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight is really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. They'll run with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At the Ravens' 44-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day. Mike 52.
Now Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 31-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Watch the twist, watch the twist.
Throwing is Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice stop.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. When you talk about a battle being won in the trenches, that touchdown right there, a lot of credit to the offensive linemen.
Yeah, when you watch them surge across the front, they really created great space for the runner to get in.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards on the play.
Baltimore, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
From the gun, Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
And that's a Super Bowl record, his 4th sack of the game. I think we got to start thinking seriously about making him the Super Bowl MVP as well.
I think you're right. With him leading in the driver's seat, he certainly has a shot. To try again after the sack. Jackson escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
We got 3. We got 3. Fast to go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Ready? 180? 40. It's our time. It's our time.
This is McCaffrey. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Slam.
Here's McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
20.
Now it's Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, You've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Now, you don't see option pitches a whole lot in the NFL, but there worked out pretty well, resulted in a touchdown.
And it's hard for defenses because they don't see it very often, so the time in preparing each week is probably minimal. So when it comes at them, it's often a surprise. And what a nice job on the read. Pitch to the running back, and he takes it all the way in for a touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
That's our own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
3 down.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Second and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. James Bradbury, he was right there to break it up. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
Baltimore, first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Jackson now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10.
Mike spot 9. Mike zip it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be second and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal.
Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check. No. Wide motion.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a one-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Gets through, and now an opening. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Had a nice move, but can't break away. Down just inside the 30. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Ready? Look at it. 52. You can't block me. You can't block me. Great.
From the gun, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 29 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Panthers 45, Ravens 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 49 yards.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Looking for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 26 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Flush to his right. He may try and run for the Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a Baltimore touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Newton's going to throw it. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, we looked at each other in surprise, going for it on 4th down in the 4th quarter with a lead. But, hey, you get it as a coach. You look like a genius.
So the next time we see Coach, he's going to say, well, that's why I coach and that's why you guys talk up there, right? He had the guts to go ahead and go for it, and it paid off.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.